join me today. Today I'm going to do something completely different. Usually my channel is about recycle. It's called Crafty Recycler. My name's Kara Sills. But today what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you some home remedies that I use for my family in cold and flu season. And hopefully you'll enjoy some of the tips that I have. I'm not saying that I'm a professional or a doctor or anything like that. I just wanted to share some things. I feel like we should all do our part at this time to help each other. And everything I say here, please check with your doctor first before you try it, because you may be on a medication or have a medical condition that you can't take these things even though they're natural. Also, I've done extensive research throughout the years because I have multiple sclerosis, interstitial cystitis, and 2 years ago I had uterine cancer and I had it removed. So because of all my health conditions, I've done a lot of research about a lot of natural things and what can do what. And like I said, I'm not a professional, but I am going to share with you the things that I personally found helpful for me and my family, especially in cold and flu season. I'm not saying I have a cure for coronavirus or whatever. So if you don't want to watch this because I'm not a doctor or professional, you could just, have a lovely day. I don't want to get anybody upset, because I'm not claiming to be a professional or cure this situation. But I did want to share something I feel like could be very helpful. And the one thing mostly that I'm going to share with you is a recipe on a really hot substance that you can make at home from things from the grocery store that can really help kill off just about anything that can live in your body. And I got this information from a book that I bought years ago, and the book is called Save Your Life Collection by Sam Beiser. In here on page 564 and 565, he has his recipe that throughout the years I've made in cold and flu season, and I found it to be helpful for me and my family. And it's not really difficult, but one thing that I have to emphasize so that I don't forget to mention is wear gloves when you do this, because the things that you'll be cutting up are going to be very hot. You're going to need habanero peppers. You can use jalapeno, whatever the hottest pepper is that you can find, okay? Get hot peppers, ginger root, horseradish root, garlic, and onions. And then you're going to need cider vinegar. And what you're going to do with all those things, and here's the ginger root and the onion. I don't have the rest with me today because I already made the formula here, as you see in this jar, last week, and I haven't been back to the store. So, but what you do is you peel the bark off of like the ginger root and horseradish root. You chop everything up in equal parts. So if I make a cup of horseradish root, I make a cup of onions, a cup of garlic, a cup of all the other things, so that it's all equal parts. Now once you have that done, you put it in the blender, to about here it comes, and then you top it off with the cider vinegar so that it goes above the solids. You blend it all up real good, and you pour it in a nice clean jar like this one here, and you shake it up. And you do this a couple times a day. You let it sit on your counter for 14 days so that it can do its thing, with the heat going through the substance. But I tend to start taking it as soon as I make it. I don't usually let it sit the whole 14 days before I start using it. But what you do after the 14 days is you take cheesecloth, which you can find at the supermarket usually, and you run it through like a strainer into another jar so that you get these solids that are floating in here out, and then all you have is this nice liquid that you can just take teaspoons full. So that's what I do. I take a teaspoon in the evening, a teaspoon in the morning, whatever the case. Now I will say, I mentioned I had interstitial cystitis. This does aggravate my bladder condition a little bit, but I'm willing to do it in flu season just to try to fight off any kind of flu. Now, that having been said, as I said, please wear the gloves, because years ago I did this for the first time and I didn't know to wear gloves, and my hands were on fire all night long. I had to soak them in ice water. It was horrible. So anyway, all right, moving right along to other home remedies that may help you. Now, this is one that they say actually helped back with the bubonic plague, was silver. And there's a big, if you Google this online, some say, oh yes, this is a good thing. Some say it's not. But even Dr. Oz said on Oprah Winfrey at one time, when he was interviewing the blue man, there was a man that turned blue from taking this stuff, but he took way too much, which that's another thing I want to emphasize. Again, check with your doctor before you take any of this, but common sense should tell you too, don't overdo anything. I mean, follow the directions on it and take it accordingly. That having been said, I've taken the silver and I find it to be helpful. It's an antibacterial, antiviral, and this is the brand that I use, the Salis. It's a structured silver. It's a little bit, supposed to be a little bit different than just straight up colloidal. It's not as toxic, like, because if you get too much of that, it's supposed to be toxic, whereas this is not. But I stay within it, so not worried about it. But I thought I'd mention that. Okay, the next thing is the elderberry syrup, and this works pretty good. It's a nice antiviral for cold and flu season. This brand is Mickleberry Gardens. I got it from CVS. And by the way, I'm not getting paid for any of this, what I'm telling you, or any of these products. None of these companies are paying me to tell you this stuff. I'm just sharing this with you, hoping that you'll find some benefit from it. Okay, so moving right along. This lysine, also an antiviral. I take this actually for my MS because there's a theory about MS that it can be caused by a virus. And in my case, I did test positive for Epstein-Barr virus and one of the herpes viruses, which I think causes chickenpox or measles. I forget the number, but it's not the venereal disease one. But the point is, there's a whole family of herpes viruses just like there are coronaviruses. And my point is, I take this every day. And since I've been taking it, I haven't had a terrible flare with my MS. So I really believe this works. Okay, now, vitamin C. This is a big one. I take this brand because it's easier on my stomach. But I've done a little research, and they say that they're giving this intravenously, the vitamin C, to patients in the hospital now for coronavirus, and that they're having great success when they give them mega doses of vitamin C intravenously. So having learned that, I decided to uptake my and my family's vitamin C input and to help fight this thing. And so that's that. And zinc, that's supposed to be good too for like sore throats and stuff. So I've been taking this. This garlic, kyolic garlic. So kyolic's a little better because it doesn't make your breath stink like regular just straight up garlic. Although when you take this, it's weird that substance doesn't seem to, maybe because it's got ginger and everything, it kind of balances out. I don't think you walk around with garlic breath with that. But anyway, this kyolic garlic has vitamin C, astragalus, and mushroom in it. It's formula 103. I got it from Vitacost. I love this stuff, and it also helps my husband's blood pressure. It keeps it down. Okay, now the next thing would be doTERRA essential oils. And again, you read pros and cons about this stuff. But I'm going to share with you the little booklet that they sent with the product that I ordered. And I've been taking this a couple years for different things. Some of it I feel really helps me. Some of it I can't tell. But in this case, I will tell you I think it helps. On page 9 of their little book they send you when you place your first order, it talks about this stuff called Protective Blend. Now, I never bought that yet, but I mix my own oils in these little empty capsules that you can order from doTERRA, and you can fill them with the drops of the little oil bottles that you could buy from them. And you can get them from, there's different oil companies, but supposedly doTERRA is the most reputable, pure. There's a debate about that with different competitors, but my point is I trust them more than the others, okay, from what I've read. Now, what I put in my capsule every day for 10 days, I will say to you, because the oregano, they say don't take more than 10 days because it can kill off, from what I understand, the good bacteria and the bad bacteria in your intestines. So you want to be careful. It's like a real antibiotic in that regard. So with the oregano, if you take it like maybe 10 days, stop, give it a break, and then you can start again. But what I do is I put like a drop or two of oregano, and I put some clove, which is antiviral, antibacterial, all that. Frankincense, which is supposed to boost like the effects of the other oils and also is good for inflammation. And I also put marjoram, which is antiviral properties. And what you do is you put them in one of these empty capsules, and you put a carrier oil like coconut oil. This is what the empty capsule looks like. You can pull it apart into 2 pieces and just fill it up with the drops of oil and take it. I take 1 a day, and I've been giving it to my family 1 a day, and so far so good. But okay, so those are the natural things that I do. And I wanted to say a few more things. One is that I wanted to refer you back to the first video I ever made, because everyone's joking about the toilet paper and how everyone's buying up the toilet paper. So you're going to have a bunch of these rolls left. So if you want something to do with your toilet paper rolls, and since you're locked in the house with your family anyway, my first video shows you how to make this flower bouquet out of these empty toilet paper rolls. So if that's something that you think you would have fun with your family doing, you could go back and click the link under the video of this video, and you'll find the link to that video, and it'll show you how to do that, and you can have some little fun with your toilet paper rolls. And one other thing I forgot to mention that a friend gave me a tip on as far as natural stuff, and a shout out to Ferris and Amy. Ferris, thanks for the information. I haven't ordered this product yet, but I want to try it. From what I'm told, it's called pneumotrophin PMG, and you get it from Standard Process. You can order it through Amazon, I understand, and it's supposed to help repair and clear your lungs. Okay, so this is the next product I want to try. My friend Ferris swears by it and says that it's really good, so I trust him on this, and I'm going to order that. So I thought I'd share that with you too. And one last thing, if you like this video, please hit like, and if you want to share it with people, I'd really appreciate it. And also, I am making a kitchen island that I haven't quite finished yet. I put a video up months ago, and I apologize I haven't gotten the other one up yet, but I'm trying to get a glaze that works for the top of the table. The table's complete. I just was trying to make it look like real marble. And maybe I succeed. I better go because my husband's home now, my dogs are barking. But I hope you and your family stay healthy and well. And thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great day.